Alright, so I wanted to do a care video on my Natal's horned dragons. That's the female up there. And that is the male right here. So in this enclosure, this is a 36 by 18 by 36 inch. Here, I'm going to open it up. Alright, so this is the male right here. Hey buddy. So this is like first thing in the morning whenever they're like just starting to wake up. Here's this pretty girl. And she's looking really full, and I'm pretty sure that she's gravid again. She's already laid 2 clutches for me. Alright, so in this enclosure right here, in the bottom I have, this is hardwood mulch, and you can buy this in like really big bags at like Lowe's or Home Depot or something, and it's all natural, and I've actually filled it up all the way to this top here. This is about like 5 or 6 inches here. I also do have a water container that they can get inside of, and the water is only filled up maybe like an inch, just so that they can get in it. They will use this to drink out of. They have learned that this is water. At first, you know, they didn't really know, but whenever they would see the water dripping in here, then they would run down and stick their heads in this and drink the water out. Also, whenever crickets would jump in, and they would jump in here to catch the crickets, you know, they would realize that it's water. And I have this in here in case the crickets do jump in here. They can kind of crawl out instead of drowning. And I do have, you know, a few branches in here, you know, different sizes going in different directions. And they do use them all, believe it or not. Even like these ones that are kind of thin, like they'll go up and down and just sit there, or they'll come up here. This is the basking area, and then we have the UV up there. They do really like this bark slab that I have. They like to climb up and down it. If I had a bigger piece, I would probably cover the whole back with it, because they do try to climb up this back glass wall. They also do climb up the sides here. This is like a mesh, so they're able to get their claws in here. And then I have this food bowl here. You see there's only one little superworm left. I'll have to refill it. Mostly they eat crickets, but they'll also eat like the superworms, and they absolutely love the hornworms, the hornworm caterpillars. They go crazy for those. I've heard that they really like earthworms, but I tried giving it to them and they weren't really interested in the hornworms. So now about breeding these guys, if you've seen like my other videos, you'll see the female, she kind of does like a little dance, and then the male will just like jump on top, and they'll end up breeding. The one time they were breeding right here on the bottom next to the food bowl. And whenever they lay eggs, so the first time that she laid eggs, I wasn't really sure what to do for her. So I put a big flower pot in the back here that like filled up this whole area, and it was like this tall. I thought maybe she would use it. It was all filled up with dirt, but she didn't. She actually went behind the flower pot and went in this corner back here and dug a hole and laid her eggs. And then she sat on it after covering it up. She sat on it for like 3 days and guarded her nesting area. And the second time that she laid eggs, she actually laid it right under this food bowl. she dug a hole right in here and laid all her eggs, and then she turned around and pushed the eggs into the hole and then covered it with the dirt. And then I actually had to stop her a little bit because I wanted to be able to collect the eggs. And I had to put up a visual barrier between her and the eggs. I had to like push her back a little bit so she couldn't see what I was doing. And then I just took this food bowl out and dug up the eggs and then removed the barrier and put this back. And the male, during this whole time, he knew to stay out of the girl's way. So the whole time she was laying eggs and digging and covering them up, he was actually hiding right behind this bark here. He was like right here with just his little head peeking out, and he was watching the female over there. And he didn't come out of here until she was done with nesting. So I thought that was pretty cool behavior. You know, he left her alone and didn't stress her out or anything. They're so cute. So to water these guys, yes, they will drink from this at times, but mostly they like to be hand misted with the sprayer. And so every day I make sure to spray their faces with water so that they drink it and I can see them drinking it, because I don't want to risk that they will get dehydrated. And they're probably waiting for me right now to mist them. So I'll get out the mister and see if they want it. Let's see. And sometimes they don't drink right away, and I just have to keep spraying their face until they do. And then I'll just wait until they're done. But it can take some time. It can take like a couple minutes before they start drinking. I don't know why this is such... having a problem with this focus here. Maybe if I'll back up. Yeah, but I'll just really lightly spray the body and their face, and they'll usually start drinking after a few minutes. And that way I can make sure that they are staying hydrated. And then I'll just spray the whole entire cage too. So the temperatures that I have for these guys, the ambient temperature is around 75 to 77 degrees. Oh, here he goes. He's going to start drinking. There you go, buddy. You can see that. And then their basking area up there, it's around like 85 degrees. These guys don't like it very hot. They come from mountains in China, so it's kind of cooler there. Yeah, and actually if they get too hot, that can be dangerous for them. That they can die. So you definitely need to make sure that these guys do not get too hot. Oh, and there's the girl. There's the boy back there. Yeah, she doesn't like this phone at all. I think she's kind of scared of the camera. But there she is back there. You can see her tail. Anyway, so I'll just spray this like whole cage. Just lightly mist everything. And I'll do this like a couple times a day. The whole process of like offering them water and then spraying the cage, because they do like it quite humid. And again, I just want to make sure that they stay hydrated. right, well, if you guys have any questions about care of these guys, feel free to ask away.